2 in the morning. A phone shatters the silence of a dark, sleeping house. Ruth wakes to a voice she knows better than her own. It is her grandson, and he is sobbing that he needs her help. But her grandson is asleep in his own bed, 100 miles away. The voice on the phone is not really him. It is a machine, and it was built from just 3 seconds of sound. This is money in paint. Tonight, the trick that turns a loved one's own voice into a weapon. Stay with me, and by the end, you will know the one move that beats it. Ruth is 72. She bakes on Sundays and keeps every photo her family sends. Her grandson Dave calls her the kindest person he has ever known. Last month, Dave posted a short video online. Just him, laughing about his day. Harmless. The kind of clip we all post without a single second thought. And your own voice is out there too. In clips, in voicemails, in stories you forgot you posted. But somewhere in the dark, a stranger was watching. Not Dave's face, his voice. That stranger has a name in our little world. Mr. Gray. He does not pick locks. He does not steal phones. He simply listens and waits. Mr. Gray saved just a few seconds of Dave's voice from that little clip. Not the words, the sound, the rise and fall, the way Dave breathes. He fed those few seconds into a program built to copy a human voice. And what it handed back should frighten every single one of us. But hold that thought. First, watch exactly what he did with it. Mr. Gray did not call in the afternoon. He waited. He waited for 2 in the morning. The single worst hour for you to think clearly. Because at that hour you are half asleep, foggy, and completely alone. There is no one beside you to whisper, "Wait, that sounds wrong." The phone rings. Ruth answers, her heart already pounding in her chest. And she hears Dave, crying, telling her he is in terrible trouble. There has been an accident, a car, the police. He is so scared. Every word is in Dave's exact voice. She never doubts it for a moment. But the call has one job now. Keep Ruth panicking and keep her completely alone. So the voice says the one thing that makes this scam so cruel. Please, Grandma, do not tell Mom and Dad. I cannot let them find out. That single sentence is the trap snapping shut. To see why, we need the secret. Here is how 3 seconds of sound becomes a perfect copy of anyone. The program does not memorize Dave's words. It learns his voice like a fingerprint. Once it holds that fingerprint, it can make him say anything at all. Words Dave never said, in a moment Dave was never even in. But the clone is only half of it. The other half, quietly, is you. Fear switches off the careful part of your brain. You stop checking, you just react. And the order to stay silent removes the one thing that breaks the spell. A second opinion. One other person saying, "Let us just call Dave right now." Panic to make you move fast. Secrecy to make you move alone. That is the whole machine. Back on the call, Mr. Gray keeps the pressure crushing down. There is no time to think. He says the bail must be paid tonight. In cash or in gift cards. And here the scam does something new. Something that fools even careful people. A man will come to your door, he says. A courier to collect it for the lawyer. Ruth is terrified for Dave. She wants to help, so she does what she is told. She drives to the store. She buys the cards. She reads the numbers aloud. Or worse, she waits by the window. And a stranger really does knock. She hands an envelope of cash to a man she has never met and never will again. The door clicks shut. The money is gone. And so is the stranger. The next morning, Ruth's phone rings again. It is Dave, saying good morning the way he does every single day. Calm, safe, asleep all night. And in that instant, Ruth understands. There was no accident. There was no courier for the lawyer. There was no lawyer at all. Every tear she had cried that night, every second of terror, had been spent on a machine. The grandson she heard sobbing was never once on that phone. The voice was completely real to her ear, and completely, perfectly fake. If this could reach Ruth, understand something important. It is not about being foolish. It is about being human and loving someone at 2 in the morning, and it is everywhere. In 1 year, people over 60 lost almost $8 billion to fraud. Voice cloning is now one of the fastest rising threats we have ever seen. But here is the good news. You do not have to beat the technology. You only have to beat the panic. And that part you can do starting tonight. So here are the 3 rules that stop this scam cold. 1. If someone calls in a panic asking for money, hang up. Then call that person back yourself on the number you already have saved. A cloned voice cannot answer the real phone. The real Dave will. 2. Agree on a family code word now, tonight, with the people you love. A real relative can say it back to you without missing a beat. A machine never can. 3. Remember what real emergencies never ever do. They never demand secrecy. They never ask for gift cards or crypto or a courier. Pressure plus keep it secret will always add up to a scam. If you remember nothing else from tonight, remember this one line. Hang up and call them back on the number you already have. That one simple move, made in time, would have saved Ruth absolutely everything. If this has happened to you or someone you love, you are not alone, and it is not your fault. In the United States, report it to the FTC and to your local police. In Britain, contact Action Fraud. In Canada, the Anti-Fraud Center. In Australia, ScamWatch. Reporting it helps stop the very next call to the next frightened grandmother. So tonight, do one thing. Send this to your parents. Agree on your code word. Because the next voice on the phone might not be who it says it is. Now watch this one. The phone scam that empties a whole bank account in minutes.